they're really concentrated on their life right now. They're putting all their energy into everything that concerns them, not this connection and not the masculine. Right now to them, I'm going to be honest, it feels like right now to them, this connection is... Hello, Divine Feminines. This is your energy check-in, and we're going to see what the Divine Feminines are currently thinking about, feeling, or what their intentions or actions are at this time. So we're going to get one card for each. We'll start with one card for their thoughts. What is the Divine Feminine's thoughts at this time? We have the Ace of Wands, which is pretty good energy to have. What is their feelings? Ooh, we've got two when it comes to their feelings. Okay. We've got the Four of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. And what about their intentions or actions? Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like there's this energy of no longer waiting. But let's see. Let's start with their thoughts. What is the Divine Feminine's thoughts at this time? Why do we have the Ace of Wands when it comes to their thoughts? They could be feeling very motivated, putting their creative energy into something. Let's see. What are they thinking about? Okay. All right. I want to clarify the Devil. Okay. So right now, the feminine is thinking, I think, about how unfairly they were treated, honestly. I was thinking it might be a little something better, but it feels like the feminine is kind of thinking about how they were unfairly treated. How they thought there was going to be something more powerful in this connection, how they thought there was going to be a brand new beginning, but they realized that the energies were just not matching. And it feels like they might be thinking that the masculine was more interested in the physical than anything else right now. So that is what potentially their thoughts are showing us. But let's clarify that. I'd like to clarify that. Let's clarify that. Why is it that this is what they're thinking when it comes to their thoughts? Why is this their energy? Yeah, okay. Let's get two more cards, please. I feel like the feminine is their thoughts are this way because this is the only way that they can heal, or this is the way that they think they can heal, by looking at this connection as being something of a karmic connection. And in this way, they can heal their heartbreak. And I'll be honest, it's not exactly wrong. It's one way of dealing with the connection, right? It's one way of looking at the connection for them to kind of start their healing, or kind of grow into their healing. Down the line, this may not be their same thought process, but for now, this is how it needs to happen for them to get into that energy of healing their heartbreak. They need to look at this in a certain way. It does not mean that they will continue to look at it in that way later on. Doesn't mean also that they won't continue to look at it that way. But what I'm saying is, this is the start. This is how they needed to start their healing, by looking at it through this lens, right? Let's look at their feelings. Why do we have the Four of Swords and the Three of Pentacles for their feelings? Okay. Now I get why. Yeah, you know what? This is a divine feminine that doesn't want to feel. They don't actually want to feel anything. So for their feelings, what we get is somebody that is trying to avoid, trying to divert their energy into something else. They're trying to control the way that they're feeling about this by putting their energy into other things. This could be work. This could be anything that is requiring their cooperation, their their engagement into something. So it's likely it's work or anything that occupies them in that way. I feel like this is how they're dealing with it. They're being more logical than anything else, and I feel like they try not to think about the connection, and they try not to feel anything about this connection other than what they are allowing themselves to feel, which is not much. Okay, but again, let's see what else we need to know when it comes to their feelings. They're obviously heartbroken. They're deeply hurt and sad at this time. They are grieving this breakup. They're trying to make healthier choices for themselves. They're trying to focus on themselves. And maybe work is one thing that helps them, right? They could be meeting new people. This could be friendships, but it could grow into something more. Maybe they are occupied by someone at work, and that could be also something they're putting their energy towards. But really, when it comes down to it, they're missing the masculine. They are bitter about the separation. And that's why they don't want to feel it. They don't want to feel it, and they don't want to think about it in that way anymore, right? So that's what we're getting for the feminine at this time. What about their intentions and actions? With the Page of Cups in reverse, I'm kind of getting their intention and action is to not think about this, is to not feel anything about it, is to kind of detach from it. Obviously, it's unfinished business, right? But I think the feminine is looking towards new opportunities, maybe to them better opportunities, opportunities that can make them happy, opportunities that are worth their work. Opportunities that are worth their while and worth their time. That's where they want to put their energy. They no longer want to give their energy to things that don't complement this new outlook that they have. Okay? And again, it goes back to not wanting to think and feel about this connection anymore. Wow, we've got a very detached feminine at this time. So let's see. They're a little bit in their masculine energy, I'll be honest. What do we need to know about their intentions and actions right now? Okay. Okay. Yeah. They're really concentrated on their life right now. They're putting all their energy into everything that concerns them, not this connection and not the masculine. Right now to them, I'm going to be honest, it feels like right now to them, this connection is kind of ending, right? It's literally coffin, kind of dead. And so what they're doing is they're trying to bring passion into their life with other things that can consume their time, their effort, their interest. I feel like it has a lot to do with work or something in that area, right? It feels like they've suddenly realized that this is what they need to do. They can no longer really put much energy into this. Not that they don't feel anything, because obviously they miss the masculine, they are sad, they are thinking about the masculine, but all of their outward actions, their thoughts, their feelings, their behavior is saying no more, no more. So that's kind of what I have when it comes to their thoughts, their feelings, and their intentions or actions. What I want to do now is look into the masculine. And how is the masculine feeling at this time when it comes to the feminine? How do they feel about the feminine? Sorry, how do they feel? Yes, how does the masculine feel about the feminine? We've got comfort zone and clinging. Stability, harmony, and flow. Bottom of the deck. Either seeds were planted in the springtime and this will grow into something later on, or maybe next springtime there will be seeds that will have been planted. The masculine towards the feminine right now, I feel like the masculine is still clinging on to whatever their comfort zone is. Wherever they are now, they're clinging to that because that brings them stability. That makes them feel like they have peace, or they're achieving peace in that area. They also are kind of potentially feeling like that is what they need to do because that is right. That brings them the balance that they need. And at the same time, they also want to take action. They want to have the courage to take action, to have a new beginning with the feminine, because they do feel the attraction with this feminine. And it's not, I don't think it's just physical. It's more. It's like they feel attracted to the feminine in a way that they feel like they would have a renewed life, a renewed sense of purpose. However, they are still very much bound to toxic patterns. They are clinging to that comfort. Okay, they could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So that's what we have there. And just like the masculine, I'm gonna get messages. Okay, so what would this masculine say to the feminine if they could? What would this masculine say to the feminine if they could? What are the masculine's messages to the feminine? Ugh. I can't make sense of anything. I need to do another run. They don't want to lose the feminine. They want the feminine all to themselves. Okay. They don't expect the feminine to wait, but they're hoping that the feminine waits. I will leave that up to interpretation. The masculine doesn't seem to have any regrets when it comes to the feminine. And they are saying they're never going to let the feminine go. Okay. What about the feminine? What is it that the feminine would like to say to the masculine? What would the feminine like to say to the masculine? They think, like we said, they think about the masculine every day. They just want to be with the masculine. Let's have another go. They feel like they can tell the masculine anything. They want a hug. And the feminine would like to tell the masculine that, you know, they accepted them when they came back. Okay, I think it's about time for some guidance, and I would like to use this particular deck to get guidance for the feminine. What is the guidance for the feminine at this time? What is the guidance? So we have freedom. I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. The feminine is being encouraged to release the resentment. And I'm going to be honest, that is a potential here, because the way that the feminine is looking at the connection with the masculine being a karmic relationship, trying to avoid how they feel, that could be coming from resentment, right? And the feminine is being guided to release that, release those bonds that they're feeling that's making them stuck in this energy of resentment. Divine flow. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others, to follow the Tao, the divine flow, at all costs. Divine feminine is being guided to follow the flow of this journey, of the connection, and where it's bringing them. Now, I'm going to say, if this is how the feminine is doing right now, maybe this is where they need to be. Maybe this is how they need to process it. But they are being guided to allow themselves to flow in the energy. If for now this is how they need to be, that's absolutely fine. But do not dwell any longer than you should in the negative energies that are here and present. Okay? When it's time to move on from that, it's time to flow. Okay? What else? We have faith. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. You know, the feminine is being asked to have more faith in the connection in the masculine. Right now, they don't. Right now, they're showing me, I don't have faith in the masculine. I don't think this connection is what it is, and I don't want to feel anything about it. But again, the guidance is saying the feminine is being taught to have more faith, to believe that this love is going to happen. It's going to have its opportunity. At the bottom of the deck, detachment, which is definitely what this feminine is doing right now. With detachment, you finally feel whole inside with or without the fulfillment of a particular desire. Ironically, that's often when it's fulfilled. So it is saying that with this detachment that the feminine is in, it might actually lead them down the path to what they desire most. Whatever that may be for you guys. So that is what I have for the Divine Feminine, and we will do a check-in, I guess, in a couple of weeks.